Welcome. Today I'm here at University of Penn's Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology, and hopefully we can learn something. The crystal sphere is about 49 pounds and is the second largest in the world. This treasure was found in the Imperial Palace in Beijing. It is believed to be one of the favorite possessions of Emperor Dallas 60, which under her rule, Imperial China crumbled. The sphere is a magnificent sight to see, and it's definitely a fan favorite. The altar would have been found in a Qinghan Buddhist temple in Japan during the late 19th century. A small altar table in front of the Buddha holds candlesticks, incense, and a small platter of fruit as an offering to the Buddha. Traditionally, a Buddhist temple does not hold weekly services, so an altar such as this one would not be used in that manner. Although monks do have spiritual practices, such as meditation, which happen on occasion. This altar is fascinating and shows a lot about Japanese culture and religious practice. The Sphinx is an iconic image of Egypt. It is the head of a man and the body of a lion. This shows intelligence and power. The headdress and beard represents the qualities of a king. It was found near the Ta Temple and it was buried up to its shoulders where only its head was exposed. Windblown sand had eroded the facial features. Inscriptions on the chest gave the names of 5 Ramses. The Sphinx of Rams is the second Egyptian king and weighs close to 15 tons and draws in people from all around the world to see it. Where does the mummy come from, and who's inside of it?
His name is Nesfekashudi, so he's a man who probably, he definitely died and matured, went at a mature age. I don't have an exact age estimate. That's something our physical anthropologist can and will do for us. But she was with me briefly when we x-rayed him, and she can see that he was not a young guy when he died. We know his name and his father's name. They're written on his coffin. And they were important people in probably singers in the temple. But the coffin has not been fully translated, so I don't read hieroglyphs, and I know a little bit, but because it hasn't been fully translated, I think there's more that we'll be able to say.
Where was it?
So he really represents early collecting practices here at the museum, because we bought him before this building was built, before the original part of this building.
Oh, they don't know where it came from.
We think he came from Upenn, which, because he was purchased with a few other mummies, that probably came from that area. Also, it's written on his coffin that he was a singing master of Min. I think singing master of Min, son of the singing master of Min. So his father, he had the same role that his father had, and Min, his particular god, I believe, that would have Upenn was an important area associated with that. So again.
Guanyin is the goddess of mercy. If you're an advocate of Guanyin, you pray to her, and it is believed that you will be placed in the heart of the lotus. She is also the goddess of compassion and kindness, and vowed to save all the children of God. This artifact is important because Buddhists repent to her, and this statue and others like it are placed in Buddhist temples. This pose Guanyin is doing is called the Royal Eve, and in almost all of Guanyin's depictions, she is striking this pose. This elaborate headdress was worn by Queen Pibu when she dies in her 40s. This was placed upon her head after her death and was expected to travel with her into her afterlife. It was found in the Royal Cemetery, and it was the most splendid object found there. The piece was made of ribbons, gold, and beads, and other expensive jewelry. It is a beautiful headdress and a sure sign of Iraqi wealth. The sarcophagus is made of limestone and is owned by a man named Petabeth. His body was mummified and placed in the ancient sarcophagus. On the inside, there is an engraving of the goddess Nut. This goddess represents the ancient Egyptian sky. She was thought to be connected with rebirth and afterlife. The sarcophagus lid is massive and truly shows the advancements of the ancient Egyptians. Looking back at this project, I realized it was fun for a school project. This video took a lot of work, but I enjoyed adding some personal touches by playing around with the music and transitions. While at the museum, there wasn't any lines and it wasn't crowded, so that was very helpful while searching for artifacts. Also, we didn't hit much traffic on the drive down, and we got to see even more parts of the city, which was nice. By choosing the video option instead of the paper, I found it was much more effective because I wasn't just scribbling down words. I actually got to process the information and then explain it into depth. Overall, I thought this was a positive experience that I will definitely remember from my LaSalle career. In final remarks, I would like to thank my mom for giving up her time to take me down to the museum, as well as filming some of the aspects of the video. Thank you, Mom. Now I would like to send off the video with a little collage from all the pictures that were taken throughout the day.
I would like to reach out my hand, tell you to run.